Senator, the thing is, every year this item seems to be repeated, and every year the legislature passes the budget with these same items being repeated.
No, we don't. Usually we remove all these things, but you know what happens in the budget process? We don't implement. What we do is to do oversight after the budget is passed and that. So when we remove these things and all that, and then they go and do what is called clean copy. Sometimes you see these things resurface. Let me tell you, there's something going on, or something that if you really want to deal with the budget system, it has to come from the line officers who prepare budget in each ministry, department, or agency. There's a claim that, oh, we're doing something new. All that I just said is that we don't see it.
Well, what items have you been able to identify that
well, I will not be able to tell you right now, but if you recollect, we just had a public hearing on the budget last Monday. And in that, it was also pointed out by the National Assembly that up to 151 billion or so items were frivolous. And of course you saw when Fashola, the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, said something in the housing budget, he didn't put it there, he didn't know how it got there. It's replicated everywhere. Sometimes you call agency heads to come and they will tell you, so how did you put this? And they will say, well, that wasn't what I submitted. But when it came back from the budget office, I saw these items there. And because we've cried wolf for so long, what we now just decide to do, because we had a meeting, is that what we should do is that we simply get those items and ask the heads to explain these items. If you have put something bugged here, break it down, let us know exactly what it is. And then, of course, by the time we now go, because each of us, that is our chairman, we go to defend the budget of the ministry in front of the appropriations committee. And so when we go to the appropriations, we will now point out to the appropriations committee, these ones we don't agree with, this one should be deleted. So, and this is what we have done. Then appropriations will compile the rest and send back to the presidency.
So what's the intention of this joint session public hearing of the National Assembly?
For the budget?
Yes.
Yes, you know, all along, it has never been done before. Every time that there is a budget, what we get is criticisms, we get NGOs, we get all manners of people coming up and saying, we are looking at this budget, this is what we see and all that. And we felt that we should give everybody a chance to now make an input into the budget. Of course, most of the time, what they do is to say, the priorities are wrong. Instead of completing a project, you want to start a new project. Why don't you now put that funding for the new project into completion, so that we don't have a litany of things that priorities are wrong. Instead of purchasing vehicles, computers last year, purchasing them again this year and doing that and that, why don't we have a clean system? And that's why we had that public hearing. And it was very, very revealing. A lot of things came out that we think we have the budget process going forward. Don't also forget that this is an ongoing thing, and budget making, budget implementation. And we have a budget office in the National Assembly whose job is to scrutinize budgets, make sure that each agency, each committee has on its own part of the budget informed opinion about it.
So if we have that budget office, why do we still have this back and forth between the executive and the National Assembly in terms of what they think will not work about the budget that the National Assembly usually passes?
The budget office has not been passed into, no president has agreed to sign the sign it into law.
Why?
Because maybe they think that it's an erosion of their powers and all that. So every time we bring it up again, and we don't get assent, yet. I think this time we are moving on, and we probably will get it. But the point is, for having the budget office, that we want to compare it to the Congressional Budget Office in the United States, where the budget is actually made in the executive, in the legislative arm, and not the present system, which is inherited from the military, where the budget is made inside the presidency, in the budget office, and then handed down. And there was a point, I think, in the 6th Senate or the 7th Senate, that we had to go to court. And eventually people had to intervene, and the National Assembly withdrew the case, because we wanted to establish the fact that whatever is done from the budget office and come down, you don't expect that we will not.
Will you change that soon?
I'm sorry?
Will you change that soon?
Will it change?
Yes, will you change it from being made at the presidency?
If that happens, then it will change. What the presidency will now do is to give us the estimates, and we will do it within our own budget office.
But isn't the U.S. system kind of slightly different? Because the vice president plays a very leading role in the National Assembly.
Yes, of course.
It's
different, but we still think that as we are adapting to make sure that we get the best out of our system, some of the procedures that is used and present today should change.
Is there really a bill to ensure that constituency projects are legalized?
First of all, there's nothing like constituency projects.
What do they call them?
No, what we have is what is called zonal intervention projects. A constituency project faded with the Obasanjo administration. We have zonal intervention projects, and understand what it is intervention. And all that we said was that in the totality of everything that happens within a budget, and this budget is being prepared in the presidency through the budget office and comes to us. And so a minister is a minister for the whole country, and so he makes provisions for certain things within his ministry. He may not capture for certain areas their critical needs, and these are basic needs for water, needs for small rural roads, schools, and so forth. And so there's always a negotiation with the presidency to say a certain sum has to be put aside, very small, that will take care of the needs of all these people that you normally overlook when you're making a budget. But that the representative of that area, in the House of Rep or in the Senate, will be able to say, these people have this particular needs to be done, and you put some funding and use it. And it is also used through the ministry.
Okay.
You understand? Or the agency. For example, I started doing the Made in Aba promotion as a zonal intervention project. And it has grown today. So the whole Nigeria now say, we are made in Nigeria. Of course, my colleagues call me Made in Aba on the floor of the Senate.
But there's a bill about that, to legalize them.
We don't need it to be legalized, but I know that because of all these problems, somebody has brought up a private member's bill to say, let it now be part of our laws. But what I'm saying is this: when we pass the budget is a bill. I hope it's very, very understood. At the point at which the president assents is when he signs the budget. So whatever we have put there is law. It's simply that it now looks like the law that we do from year to year. It is so that people don't misconstrue this. And of course, in a 6 to 7 trillion budget, you put 100 billion for the whole of Nigeria for zonal intervention. You will see how really small it is.
All right, Senator Eyinnaya Abaribe, thank you very much indeed for talking to us today.
Thank you.